Sorry, guys. Getting the angle right. All right, okay. There we go. I think that's about right. Yeah, it'll do. So, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever it is that you're doing this class with me. My name's Karina, and I'm going to take you through a little bit of Ashtanga play. So, I think last week we got cut off. This week we're on a different computer, and hopefully we don't overheat. Hopefully everything's a little bit a little bit better this week since I've been using this new computer. So it's going to be based in the Ashtanga method, but we're just going to have a little play around and mix up the postures a little bit and make it a little bit more flowy and just have fun with it really. As with everything, every yoga practice, do what you can, no judgment, and just enjoy it. Just try to stay with your breath and try to find that meditative place, that calming, relaxing place within. We're going to start in a seated position, sitting nice and comfortable. So you can sit on a block here if you wish, or a towel, and we'll just start by connecting to the breath. So hands into your mudra, soften the shoulders, soften the face, close the eyes. And just taking the time, as always, just to notice how you feel right now. Notice the physical body. Are there any areas of tension? Notice the emotional body. And then noticing your mental state. And bringing your awareness to the breath. Just noticing how that breath is this evening. And when you're ready, just start to deepen that breath. Allowing that diaphragm to rise and fall. And breathing into the abdomen, up into the chest, up into the shoulders. Just becoming aware of your bandhas. So draw the navel back towards the spine. Squeeze or lift the pelvic floor. Let's bring our hands into Anjali Mudra to our heart center. We'll begin with the opening mantra. Taking an inhale. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandhara Shita Swatma Sukhavabode Nishvayase Jangalika Yamane Samsara Hala Hala Mohashantiye Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakra Sitarinam Sahasara Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjali. Gently opening the eyes, taking the hands forward, shift the weight into the hands, swing the legs around if you can't come over the legs. We'll step the feet back and we'll find a high plank. Drawing that tailbone under, find strength through the core, widen across the collarbones, take an inhale, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And as always, your chance to pedal the legs. Move the hips side to side. Just do whatever feels nice in your first downward facing dog. And again, just taking the time to notice how you feel. Where is your tension in the body today? And look into the hands. Inhale, walk the feet to the hands. Feet together, extend through your spine. Halfway lift, look up. And exhale, forward fold. Head comes in. Inhale to come all the way to standing. Palms touch. Exhale, Salutation. So sun salutations, Karina, Scott A and B. Okay, we'll mix it up a little bit after a couple of rounds of just normal, plain sun salutation. So feet together, big toes touching. Strong through the legs. Tuck your tailbone under. And inhale, raising the arms. Palms touch, gaze up to the thumbs. Find that extension through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Flexion, the spine as you fold. Head comes in, lift sit bones. Inhale, extension through the spine again, look up. And exhale, jump or step the feet back. Find your high plank and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1, inhale. Check those feet or hips width apart. Exhale. 2, inhale, wrap the triceps under. Press the hands into that pressing from the shoulders for 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4, inhale. Exhale. 5, look between the hands. Inhale, jump or step the feet forward. Extend through the spine, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, forward fold, head comes in. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Palms touch, gaze thumbs. Exhale, Salutation. And again, inhale. Drive the feet into the mat. Open through the chest, gaze thumbs. Exhale, fold forward from the hips, hands to the mat, head comes in. Bend the knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, halfway lift, extend the spine, look up. And exhale, jump in or step in the feet back, find your high plank and lower down with control. Inhale, upward facing dog. Strong in the legs, lift the thighs, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. 1, inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3, inhale, navel in, check those bandits. Exhale. 4, inhale. Exhale. 5, look between the hands. Inhale, jump or step the feet forward, extend spine, look up. Exhale, forward fold, head comes in. Inhale to come up to standing. Palms touch, gaze thumbs, final length. And exhale. Salutation, last one, A, Aiken. Inhale, I won't count. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine, look up. Exhale, jump in or step in the feet back, find your high plank and lower down with control. Inhale, upward facing dog. Check the heels are in line with the feet, or the feet are in line with the heel. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. 1, inhale. Exhale. Lift those sit bones high. Stretch out the legs. Inhale. Exhale. The 3, inhale. Exhale. 4, inhale, exhale, 5, look between the hands, inhale, jump or step the feet forward, extend spine, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold, head comes in, inhale to come up to standing, palms touch, gaze thumbs, find that length, and exhale, Samasthiti, coming into B, bending your knees, sink low, and inhale, your Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold in, straighten the legs as much as you can, pull the head in. Inhale, extend through the spine, look up. And exhale, jump or step the feet back, high plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left heel pivots to your center line, right foot steps forward. Inhale, coming up into your warrior one, your Virabhadrasana. Exhale, hands back down, step the right foot back and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right heel pivots to your center line, left foot steps forward. Inhale, coming up, warrior one, palms touch. Exhale, hands come back down, step the foot back and lower down. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold for 5. Exhale. 1, inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3, inhale. Exhale. 4, inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale. 5, look between the hands. Inhale, jump or step the feet forward. Feet together, extend through the spine. Exhale, forward fold, head comes in. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. And exhale, Samasthiti. Let's hold Utkatasana this time. 5 breaths. So sinking into those hips and raising the arms. Open the chest, arch the back, gaze to your thumbs. 1. Hips are sinking low, reaching through the fingertips for 2. 3. 4. 5. Exhale, forward fold. Handstand in if it's in your practice, or inhale to find length, look up. And exhale, jumping or stepping the feet back, high plank, and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step in the right foot forward, coming onto the ball of the left foot. Step the right foot through. Drop that left foot heel to the mat. Let's come up into warrior 2. Right arm forward, left arm back. Opening through that left hip. Right knee over the ankle. Gaze tip of the right hand. Hold in 5 breaths here. We'll call that 3. 4. Reach it equally out through the fingertips. 5. Exhale. Hands come back to the mat. Little handstand if you wish. We'll step the right foot back to meet the left. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, your upward facing dog. Exhale, your downward facing dog. Other side, come onto the ball of the right foot, step the left foot through, and then drop that right heel to the mat. Bring all those arms up, find your warrior 2, left side. Then we'll hold. For 1. And really peeling this right hip open. 2. Sinking low through the hips. Work the strength in the legs. 3. Soft shoulders. 4. 5. Exhale, wimble the hands to the mat. Optional handstand here. Or step the left foot back to meet the right. Inhale. And exhale, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold your downward dog. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale. Let's walk the hands towards the feet. Finding Padangusthasana. Take hold of the big toes. Inhale to find length. And exhale to fold forward. Again, knees can bend as much as you need to here. Soften the neck. Draw the armpits back towards the hips. Shoulder blades down the back. Holding for 2. Lifting that center of gravity 3. The weight is shifting forward into the balls of the feet. 4. 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat. Let's walk the hands forward. And find that downward facing dog again. Let's hold a few breaths here. And lifting the gaze, look between the hands. Inhale, walk in or jump in, feet to the top of the mat, feet together, extend through your spine, look up. Exhale, forward fold, head comes in. Let's come back into that Utkatasana. Bend the knees, open up, palms touch, gaze thumbs. And exhale, Samastiti, Utkatasana again, bend the knees. And again, let's hold that Utkatasana, 5 breaths. Really sink through those heels, sink through those hips. 1, reach in through the fingertips. 2, allow the ribs to flare, allow the spine to curve. For 4, 5, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine, look up. Exhale, jump or step the feet back. Finding your high plank and lowering down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go onto the ball of the left foot. Let's bring that right foot through between the hands. We'll drop that back heel to the mat. Straighten through that right leg. We're coming into our Trikonasana. Take hold of the big toe if you wish here. Otherwise, take a variation. Open the chest up. Reaching the left hand high and gaze into the left hand for your drishti. Let's hold for 2. Tie that left hip to that left heel. 3, 4, 5. Looking down, exhale, inhale, coming up. We'll pivot on the right foot, turn that foot in. Left heel, or left foot points out, and taking Trikonasana on the left side. So facing a different way to what you're used to in the practice. You can catch the big toe here if it's in your practice. Otherwise, we can be here, we can be on a block, we can be here as well. So 2, 3, and just find that length through the lower back. 4, 5, exhale, looking down. Let's bend that left knee. Let's make our way into extended side angle posture. Have a shuffle around with the feet if you need to. Left elbow on that knee, or the hand is outside of that left foot. Right arm comes underneath, overhead, and gaze into the tip of that right hand. Spiral that chest open to the ceiling, holding for 2. Just check we're still nice and strong through the legs here. For 3. Strong through the core. 4. 5. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, coming back up. Let's come to the other side. Pivot that right foot out, bend and right knee over the ankle, and taking that extended side angle. And again, maybe you're going full posture. Hand comes down outside of the right foot. For 2, keeping external rotation in the left shoulder. 3, checking that left hip doesn't start to roll in. 4. 5, exhale, looking down, plant the hands, step the right foot back to meet the left, find high plank, and exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go onto the ball of the right foot, step that left foot through, spin around to the right, finding our wide-legged position. Outsides of the feet parallel with the short sides of the mat, so toes in slightly, heels out. Inhale, find length through your spine. And exhale, folding forward. Crown of the head comes to the mat. Or comes towards the mat. And we'll hold 1. Stacking the elbows over the wrists so they're not out here, fanning out. For 2. Lift the inner arches. 3. Keep tipping the weight forward slightly. 4. 5. Inhale, straight arms, straight back. Exhale, lift your navel, hands, hips. Inhale to roll all the way up. Exhale there. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, interlace fingers behind back. Coming into Prasarita Padottanasana C. Inhale, open the chest, shoulder blades together. And exhale, folding forward. Subtle knee bend as you fold forward. Crown of the head comes down. Arms move overhead. Holding for 1. Again, notice what the entire body is doing here. 2. In subtle knee bend. Try not to lock out the knees. For 3. Moving with every exhale, every inhale. 4. 5. Release hands to the mat. Inhale, find length through the spine, look up. And exhale, pivot back around to the top of the mat frame in that left foot. Inhale, send the left foot back to meet the right, find your high plank. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold 5 breaths. Exhaling 1. Control the breath, control the nervous system. 2. Inhale. Exhaling for 3. Inhale. Exhaling for 4. Inhale. Exhaling 5. Walk the hands towards the feet. So option to take Padahastasana now, hands underneath the feet if you wish, or just take the first option, catching the big toes. Inhale, find length through your spine, and exhale, forward fold. Crown of the head comes down, holding 1. And deep breathing, relaxing. 2, soften the neck. Just check you're not still holding tension in the back of the neck here. 3, navel in. 4, draw shoulders down the back, armpits towards the hips. 5, inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, releasing, coming up to stand, come to Samastitihi. Coming into our balance, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, variation for the full posture if you can't quite get there. So let's bring feet hips width apart. Spread the toes, get nice and balanced. Option 1 is to kick that right leg up and see if you can take hold of the big toe. Otherwise, we're taking our variation interlacing fingers in front of that right shin. And we'll hold for 1. If you have the extended version, maybe folding forward over the extended leg. 2, 3, deep breathing, relaxing. 4, picking a point ahead to help keep your balance, focus on that point. 5, inhale, coming upright if you bend over that extended leg, and exhale, leg opens to the right. Partial drishti to the side, gazing over the left shoulder. 1, or again, continue to gaze ahead if it sends you a little bit wobbly. For 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, leg comes back to center. Exhale, head comes towards the knee. We try. It doesn't matter if you fall out, just try. And inhale, releasing the leg or the foot. Hands come to the hips, extend that leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knee to release. Give yourselves a wiggle, and we'll come into the other side. Bend the left knee, interlace fingers in front of the left shin, or again, you're kicking that leg up and taking the big toe. And let's hold for 1. Strong through that standing leg. 2, find the length through your spine. 3, strong and steady, nice and focused. 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale, leg opens to the left. Gazing over your right shoulder for your drishti if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, leg comes back to center. Exhale, head comes towards the knee. Or we try. Inhale, release the foot, the leg, hold it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knee to release. Give yourselves a wiggle. Back to the backs of our mats. Let's come into a sun salutation. Inhale. Exhale, fold. In, head comes in, flexion through the spine. Inhale, extend your spine, now look up. And exhale, let's walk those hands forward. And let's find downward facing dog. Send those feet, hips width apart. Hold in 5 breaths here. Exhaling for 2. Again, lengthen those breaths. Inhale. Exhaling 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Looking forward. Inhale. As we come forward, find a high plank. And exhale, lower it all the way down onto our bellies. For Shalabhasana, locust posture. So we did this last week. So options, firstly we're gonna bring the feet together. We want a medial rotation in those hips, those thighs. So imagine you're trying to bring the kneecaps towards each other. So if you were pin-toed, so that's the kind of action that we want in the legs here. I'm gonna reach back. So the easiest variation is to lift the hands up. Try to bring the elbows towards each other, or you can keep the tops of the hands on the mat for the full posture. This is Shalabhasana A from the second series. Option to just work into the upper body here. Option, if it's available, to start lifting the kneecaps off the mat. So work towards lifting the kneecaps and keeping strength in the legs, and just see what happens. A bit of a strong posture, but we'll see. So try to hold for 5 breaths. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Hold in for 1, 2, 3. Work those shoulder blades together and down the back. 4. Keep drawing the big toes to touch. And 5, exhale, release. Hands by the chest. Let's tuck the toes under. Draw the pelvis under. Just inhale my hair. And inhale, press up if you can. So a push up. Staying strong in the core as you push up. And then press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to move forward. Find high plank. And exhale, lowering back down onto your belly. So option to repeat that one that we've just done. Option to come into Shalabhasana B. Shalabhasana B. We're going to have the hands by kind of in line with the lower ribs, with the navel. We're going to have the heels of the hands down. So if the heels of the hands aren't down, maybe move the hands forward slightly or just repeat the previous variation. And again, let's bring those legs together. Big toes touching. There's always you feel like in the Shalabhasana, for me at least, my legs always want to splay apart. It's really difficult for me. And my legs go higher when they're apart, when the feet are apart. So the work towards is trying to keep those feet together as you lift the legs. It means it's a little bit harder, but it also creates a little bit more space in the lower back. So try to resist that temptation to draw the feet away from each other. And again, just holding as long as you can. If it's just a little lift, it's all good. So hands by the belly. And when you're ready, inhale, lift up, send the heart forward, pull the elbows in towards each other, holding for 2. Breathe in. For 3, keep working. For 4, I know it's hard. And 5, exhale, release. Tuck the toes under. Pull the tailbone under. Find strength in the core. Your option to press up. Inhale. And exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Let's drop knees to the mat. Or practicing jump through. If you're practicing your jump through, please practice your jump through now. Swinging the legs around. Finding a seated position. Let's bend the right knee. Bring the heel toward the buttock. As always, as you bring that leg in, don't use the hands. Use the leg strength first. Your active flexibility to bring that heel in. And then if you need to bring that foot in a little bit closer, then you can use the hands. Allow that right knee to fall out to the side. Your Janusasana posture. Right foot, sole of the right foot, arm out in the left thigh. Flexion in that right ankle. Pull the toes back towards the shin. Inhale, find length. And exhale, folding forward. Take it wherever feels comfortable. You can take the foot, the ankle, the shin. If you're going well, then you can reach past the foot. Take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. And we'll stay here, breathing, gaze into the big toe on the left foot for your drishti. 1. Soften the shoulders, soften the face. 2. 3. Relax into it. Look around the body. What's working here? 4. Is that right glute engaged? Are you using that glute to help open that right hip? 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release the posture. Let's come into Janusasana D. Twist the body open to the right side of your mat. Left hand comes onto that right knee. A little bit of side flexion here. That left leg staying nice and strong. Inhale, take the right arm high. And as we exhale, just start to lean towards that left leg. Reaching over towards that left foot with the right hand. Remember, it doesn't matter if you make the foot or not. All we're after is that deep stretch to the side body. I say it all the time, but I can't say it enough. Keep the chest open. As soon as that chest starts to collapse, you're trying too hard. Release the foot and open up. Staying for 3. Breathe into that big muscle in the lower back, your QL muscle. 4. 5. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale. Let's bring that right foot back onto the mat. You're going to stay in that twist. From Marichyasana C, or Marichyasana C variation. Left hand on that right knee. So we're sinking the weight in the hips here. Try not to lean back into that right hand. It's just there as a little bit of support. Inhale, find length, open up. Exhale, twist. Gaze over your right shoulder. Again, your option to take your bind if it's in your practice, or you can be here with the elbow hooking around the outside of the knee. Stay in for 2. As you're twisting, I want you to think about drawing the navel back to the top of the mat. And that will create like a ring and a rag out. So working from both ends of the spine rather than you just relying on twisting the top off. For 4, you won't get as deep in the twist. When you look at it visually, you won't look as though you're as deep, but internally it'll feel a lot more deeper. 5. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, releasing the posture. Let's take a vinyasa. Crossing your legs, lift up, or take your hands forward, shift the weight into the hands, send the feet back, find your high plank, and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, your upward facing dog. Exhale, your downward facing dog. And inhale, jump step or kneel through to a seated, straight-legged position. And we'll do the other side. So again, don't use the hands as much as you can. Bend the left knee, bring the heel in, and then drop the knee out to the side. Again, you can pull that foot in a little bit more if you need to. Flex that left ankle. Right leg strong. Inhale. Find that length through the spine and exhale, fold forward. Reach in. Again, take foot, ankle, shin, or this time take the right wrist if you can reach past that foot. And we'll hold 1. Soften the face, soften into it. 2. 3. Breathe, relax, let go. 4. You engage in that left glute. 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release posture. Coming into that Janusasana D. Spin your body around to the left. A little twist before we come into this right hand on that left knee. Inhale, the left arm high. And exhale, side flexion, reaching towards that right foot. And again, just be mindful that the chest doesn't start to collapse towards the mat here. Keep it nice and open. We'll hold for 2. Every inhale, see if you can find a little bit more length, a little bit more reach. And every exhale, see if you can twist the body open a little bit more for 4. Going well. And 5. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, release. Bringing that left foot back to the mat. And coming into that Marichyasana C or variation of. Keep the weight in the hips. The left hand is just behind the back. Stand the fingertips, if you can, just to resist pressing into the mat here. And taking whatever variation feels good. Inhale, find length. And exhale, twisting. Keep that navel in, keep the banders on. Create that vacuum in the lower abdomen. 1. Maybe you're hooking on. Maybe you're taking bind. If you're taking bind and you can't breathe, don't take the bind. Come out. For 2. And again, think of drawing the navel back towards the top of the mat. 3. 4. Breathe into the upper back here. Use that breath. Notice how it opens the back up a little bit more. 5. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, release. Option to have a rest, have a break, or let's take a vinyasa, crossing the legs, lifting up, all hands come forward. If you can't lift up just yet, lifting the thighs into the chest, stepping the feet back, finding high plank, and exhale, lowering down. Inhale your cobra or your upward facing dog. When I just say cobra, I think I'm doing a vinyasa class. Always upward dog, unless you have pinching in the lower back, of course. You can always do your cobra. And inhale, jump in or step in through to a seated, straight-legged position. Navasana. Bit of core work, bit of leg work. If you're having trouble straightening your legs in Navasana, that's a nice name, Lavasana. I think I made up a new Sanskrit word. If you have trouble straightening your legs, it's probably tightness in the hamstrings, weakness in the quadriceps. So just by lengthening out the hamstrings a little bit more, creating a little bit more strength in the quadriceps, then hopefully over time your legs will straighten. If they don't straighten, doesn't matter. Just go where feels nice for you. Shoulders back, chest open. I'll stop rambling, biding my time, aren't I? You're enjoying it. Let's get into Navasana. Inhale for 1. Okay, maybe you're here. Maybe this is your Navasana. This is all good. 2, 3. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're here. 4. Maybe you're straightening those legs. And 5. Let's cross the legs. If you have blocks, take the blocks a moment, bring them either side of the hips. Unless you can lift up already, you get a little bit of lift in your Navasana. It's good to use the blocks. Blocks either side of the hips. I want you to think of sending the shoulders forward as you pull the hips back and up, and pull the legs into the body as much as you can. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower it down. And we'll do one more round of Navasana. Inhale. 1. And taking whatever variation feels good. 2. Finding strength through that core. 3. 4. And flex ankles. Take the toes. So again, we can be here. This is fine. Let's hold for 1. If you've got those legs straight, start to point the toes. 2, and then looking upwards to the ceiling. For 3, there's your drishti. 4, can you pull the shoulder blades together? Can you keep the integrity in the upper back? 5, release the toes, take the outsides of the feet. And again, we can be here. This is fine. Holding. 1. Option to keep those arms straight. 2, option to start to pull yourself in. It's a forward fold, balancing on our sit bones. 2, just try. If you rock back, it's totally normal. Rock back up, have another go. For 3, good, find that strength. 4, find that concentration, shoulders away from the ears. And 5, stay where you are. We're going to rock back and end up in a halasana, a plow pose. If you're a little bit worried about this, or you're worried about overshooting, if you know you can't get the toes down, then maybe come out of this posture first, make your way down to a lying down position and safely take those legs over the head. Otherwise, we're going to have a little bit of fun. And we're going to roll back, taking the feet overhead to come into your halasana. If those feet don't touch the mat, you're going to stay here. Maybe bringing hands onto the back to encourage those toes down. If the toes do touch the mat, point the toes. So this is a hatha plow pose. I think they tuck the toes under in hatha. In Ashtanga, the toes point, and we lift the sit bones nice and high. So trying to keep that length through the spine. Interlace the fingers behind the back if those toes are touching. Now we're working into our shoulder extension at the same time. Holding for 3, 4, and 5. Coming into Karnapadasana, ear pressure pose. Start to bend the knees either side of the head. And it's ear pressure pose for a reason. You're going to try to squeeze the knees onto the ears. You probably won't be able to hear me if I do with this leg. So squeeze the knees onto the ears and try to keep the feet touching as you do so. Now you really round the spine. Allow the chest to collapse. Allow everything to pull in. And we'll hold for 3, 4, 5. Straightening the legs back out. Let's bring the hands onto the back. And we'll make our way into shoulder stand. Inhale as you take those legs up into your shoulder stand. Feet together, toes pointed, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the glutes, squeeze everything in. For 2. 3, just check there's no weight on the neck, it's all on the shoulders. 4. 5, slowly lowering those legs down towards the floor behind you, finding that halasana position, or bring the hands onto the mat. Using the hands as brakes. Engage the abdomen as you roll all the way back down. Nice and controlled. Keep that breath going. Squeeze banders. And when we're there, we'll bend our knees. Bring heels towards the buttocks. Feet hips width apart and parallel with each other. Hands by the hips. Just have the middle finger touching the heels. Usually that's a good position for the feet to be in, depending on, of course, your body, differences in the length of your limbs and your torso. For most people, this is fine. If full back bend is in your practice, we're going to do 2 rounds of bridge. So on the second round, you can come into full back bend. Unless you already feel warmed up and you want to do a back bend here, it's totally up to you. But remember, if you're coming into the back bend, really work on the full body. So we don't want to just be working into the lower back. Let's work through the shoulders. So really pressing the feet into the mat, really trying to straighten through the legs. Squeeze the glutes and lift those hips nice and high. When we're ready, let's tuck shoulder blades under the back if you're coming into bridge. And inhale to lift up into your bridge or into your back bend. And we'll hold 1, 2, deep breathing, relax, relax. 3, 4, and 5. Lowering back down. Last round, back bend option. Bringing hands by the ears, elbows. Try to pull the elbows over. The shoulders are in line with the shoulders here. If that's not happening, try turning the fingertips out a little bit. So fingertips towards the outside of the mat, and that can help bring those elbows in, especially if you're tight in the shoulders. And when you're ready, inhale, lift up into your bridge or into your full back bend. Holding for 1, breathe deep, especially if you're in your full back bend. 2, work through those shoulders. If you're in full back bend, press through the feet and think about trying to straighten the legs so it's sending the work into the upper back. For 4 and 5, exhale, lowering down. Let's not draw the knees into the chest. Let's just relax here. Take the arms above the head. And let's window wiper the legs. So dropping the knees over to the right. Bringing them up through center. And dropping them over to the left. And again, through center. Over to the right. Through center. Over to the left. Back through center. And hug the knees into the chest now. And rocking forwards and backwards. Go into a seated position. A simple cross-legged position. Sitting nice and tall. As always, using a block underneath your bum if you need to. A towel, another rolled up mat. Let's go into Yoga Mudra. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, take the hands behind the back and catch hold of opposite elbows. If you're in full lotus, of course, your choice to take Baddha Padmasana, catching the big toes. Inhale, find length. And exhale, folding forward into your Yoga Mudra. And we'll hold. I'm not going to count. I just want you to relax completely here. Soften, soften, soften. And just connect to that ujjayi breath, to that sound in the back of the throat. We'll stay here a few more breaths. And inhale as we come back up. Releasing hands into Chin Mudra. Inhale, find length through your spine. And exhale, drop chin to the chest. You can close the eyes here or gaze to the tip of your nose for your drishti. And again, I'm not going to count. I just want you to appreciate the posture and just connect to your breath. Soften shoulders. And think of drawing the ribs away from the hips. And lifting the gaze. Last bit of effort before our Shavasana. So we would usually do Upluti, our uprooting posture. If you're in full lotus, you can do it in full lotus. That's the way we usually do it. If you can't get into full lotus, you can be in an easy cross-legged position like I am here. Hands either side of the body and just trying to lift up. Otherwise, you can straighten the legs and do L-sit or L-sit variations. And this is one of my favorite postures to do for working the strength needed for Upluti. It's going to work the shoulders, it's going to work the core. Hands halfway between the hips and the knees. Leaning forward into the hands. We'll just try for 5 breaths, or as long as you can hold. And option 1 is firstly just trying to lift the bum back and up. As always, you need that flexion in the spine first. Lifting the bum back and up. So that's your option 1. If you're going well, lifting the feet up as well and coming into your full L-sit. We'll try for 5 breaths. Let's see how we get it. You can also lift one leg up, lower it down. If the other leg up, lower it down. If some of you are already lifted into your L-sit or Upluti, and you're probably saying, come on, Karina, what are you doing? Let's go for it now. So lean forward, find that flexion in the spine, and inhale, lift it up. Holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. And we'll make our way down now to a lie down position with control. Take the hands forward, flexion through the spine as you come to lie down. As always, if you have a blanket or a jumper, please put it on to keep that energy, that heat trapped in your body during your Shavasana. Take your heels as wide as your mat. And take up space with the arms. Shoulder blades under the back. Chest open. And close the eyes. And releasing your ujjayi breath. And just allowing your entire body to melt. Sinking into your mat, becoming one with the earth. Just notice how the body feels right now. Notice any sensations in your body. And just appreciating the stillness of your Shavasana. The water's stilling inside the body. The mind has started to wander now. Just notice that and just draw it back to an area of focus, maybe the breath, maybe the senses of the body. Just witnessing the world through the sounds, the senses, sensations on the skin, in the body. Just allowing those things to draw you back to the present moment. And as always, your option to stay in your Shavasana now as long as you need. Otherwise, we'll take a deep inhale. And exhale the breath completely, connect navel to the spine. Inhale breath into your heart space. Exhale breath into the fingertips and the toes. Start to wiggle the fingers and toes and bring movement back to your body. Rotating your wrists, your ankles, moving your limbs. And bringing your feet, your legs together as you take your arms overhead. A deep stretch. Enjoy that stretch. That full extension through your spine. Draw knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then just take in a moment to show some gratitude for the abundance of nature, for all you're given. And acceptance with where you are right now. Rock from side to side, rock to your right hand side. And join me again in a comfortable seated cross-legged position, taking your time. And when we're there, we'll bring our hands into Anjali Mudra, to our heart center. We'll finish with our closing mantra. Join me in the mantra if you wish. Doesn't matter if you get the pronunciation wrong. And just try and repetition, 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 and then it sinks in. We'll take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayansam Nyayena Margena Mahi Mahisha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Samangalani Santu Loksha Kalyana Samvredi Rastu Vishva Shanti Rastu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hare Om. Raising hands to our heads for kindness in our thoughts, to ourselves and others, to our hearts for kindness in our actions, and to our lips for kindness in our words. From my heart to your heart, always. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope you all feel a little bit more open in your body, quieter in your mind, and I hope you're all well. I hope you all survive in this lockdown as best as you can. And it is Blackout Tuesday. I did consider not doing a video for Blackout Tuesday, but I just wanted to show my support for everything that's going on in the world right now. It's all very confusing, so much going on, and more than ever, we need to all stand together as one community and help each other and fight against injustices that happen in our society. And in doing the yoga practice, it's all about looking inside ourselves and recognizing our own faults and recognizing what we're doing in our own lives and how we can change ourselves to create a better future. So it's not about pointing at everything outside of us and wanting that to change. It's about first changing ourselves, and in changing ourselves, we can change the world around us. So I hope you are all getting that from the practice, that you are by exploring yourself, you are opening up things within you, and it's making you realize maybe the way that you do things can be done differently, and that's what it's all about, really, just to make our world a better place and to help our community out a little bit more, and to ensure that everyone can have a peaceful life as best as possible. So on that note, I will say farewell. Please like the video if you like it. Please share it with others if you think might enjoy it. And as always, if you're financially stable enough to make a donation, please make a small donation to help during these times. And hopefully I will see you all very, very soon. Tomorrow is going to be Vinyasa Flow. So join me for Vinyasa Flow. Full moon tomorrow. I need to check. Might be full moon. But join me for me. Maybe it's today. Maybe I've missed the full moon. Anyway, I'll shut up. Join me tomorrow for Vinyasa Flow. And stay safe, stay sane. And I shall see you soon. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Love to you all.